Yeah. There it is. City Union. Right. Town of Union. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Wait, here. Thanks. No, here, the other thing. Hello? It's really. Hello.
So today, John Dyer is not going to be here, and as such, somebody has to step up as chair, interim chair of the commission. Anybody want a motion that Dan is the interim chair of the commission?
Would make a motion to have Dan serve as the interim chair for today.
All in
Second
favor?
that
All in favor?
Or second? All in favor? I think I pass. A lot of order. All right, so I guess we'll start the special session for August 12th. We have several items on the docket. Which do we want to start with?
We'll introduce ourselves around the room first.
Okay, yeah. I guess we're gonna go around and introduce ourselves.
Mary Ellen Morrow, CAUD Commissioner.
Brian Haas, Commissioner.
Jonathan Weisberg, Commissioner.
That's right.
David Whalen, Commissioner.
Dylan Pelton, Historic Planning.
Dan Need, Interim Commissioner. All right, we didn't have the minutes.
Yeah, I produced them kind of late because they come out on a Friday, so we can vote on those some other time.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, so
no.
next meeting we'll vote on the minutes from 1 week ago. All right, Yep.
Now the first. The first two cases on the docket are actually one project, but two properties. And I got to get the architect on the phone because he does not live in the vicinity. So.
Want to go on my shoulder? Yeah? On my shoulder?
Can you state your name for the record? So do you guys have any questions about 241 or 242 Front Street?
I don't have any offhand, but the details look pretty thorough.
Now you're going through the SHPO's office and you have to follow their guidelines, right? And in 241, are you gonna restore the historic artwork on the gable end? Okay,
Yeah,
I had a feeling he would be. Do you guys have any questions?
no, it's kind of nice actually getting something back. So, I don't know. Do you guys have any, you want to weigh in at all, or do you think we're ready?
This is 241, and if you're looking down the street, it's on the right. And this is 242, that basically they face each other, pretty much. They were both built by Truman Lacey and the Dwightville Project in the 1880s. Mid 1870s to 1880.
And have they been in correspondence with you during this process, or?
A little bit, but more or less they're working with SHPO.
Okay,
So it's like Francis Stern and Lisa Petrozelli.
yeah. But, all right, well, if anyone else wants to make a motion, I'll make a motion to approve as presented for 240. We're gonna do them,
Do two separate
Separate.
ones just because they're separate properties.
yeah, so 241 Front Street. Do I have a second? All right, all in favor? All right, approved.
And 242.
Yep, I'll make a motion to approve 242 as presented. Do I have a second? All right, all in favor? All right. All right.
Okay, you have been approved for the changes that you're gonna make to that. The next case on the agenda is 6 Ardsley. It's a garage. Aldo. Wow.
All right, if you want to sit there at the center.
Mic should be on. Sometimes they break, but
Yep, and just introduce yourself and tell us about the demo.
you had to press the button. Can't hear it. Try to talk into it. Try it again.
How's that?
There you go.
Hi, my name is Eldo Tomasetti and I'm a local contractor working for the owner at 6 Ardsley. It's a project to demo out this garage, which has unsafe conditions, the walls pulled away, and it's got a lean to it. And for that reason, he wants it removed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't,
This is the crack in
yeah, it looked
the retaining wall.
pretty straightforward case, I think.
It's made out of CMUs and it has an asphalt roof. It's
Yeah, in terms
pretty.
of. Okay. So, I guess if there's no other comments, we can initiate the process. So I make a motion to declare CAUD lead agency. Do you have a second? All right, Marianne, all in favor? All right. All right, I make a motion to declare this an unlisted action. Do I have a second? All right, all in favor? All right, you want to read through?
It's my turn. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulation? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, examples of wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. Therefore, I make a motion to declare a negative declaration.
All right. Do I have a second? All right, all in favor? All right, it passes. So then we're going to go to the compatibility with the city's guidelines. City of Binghamton historic guidelines provide the following recommendations that address demolitions. Do not demolish historic structures that have historic or architectural significance within the city of Binghamton. Do not demolish a building that contributes to a historic setting and character of a district. Do not demolish a building that contains historic building materials or evidence of historic craftsmanship that would be difficult or impossible to replicate or reproduce. Do not demolish a building that is a rare example of its type, style, period of construction, or historic associations. Buildings should not be demolished without definitive plans for the reuse of the property. The reuse of the property should never be a parking lot, which would generally have a negative impact on the overall character of a street. Do not demolish a building when reasonable efforts can be made to maintain its structural integrity. If a historic building is active and is earning a reasonable economic return, it is not appropriate to demolish the building, even if the return is not deemed to be the highest and best use. Given this is a residential property, I think it relieves the definitive plans aspect and parking aspect. The proposed demolition does not appear to be in conflict with these guidelines. Therefore, I make a motion for negative declaration of historic significance. Do I have a second? All right. All in favor? I guess she mentioned she has like a family medical emergency going on, so.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess it passes then. So,
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're gonna want to go to code and get the permit, all that stuff.
all right.
So the next project is a mural, 95 or 93 State Street. Eric? Okay, hang on a second.
Sure.
Can you state your name and your address for the record?
Yes. Bussard, Bussart, and I live at 1788 Church Street, Clifford, Pennsylvania.
And the mural you're,
18413.
the mural you're painting is on 93 State Street, correct?
State Street.
So we have the rendering, we're looking at it now.
Yeah, so the design is sponsored by a nonprofit based in Southern New York. They put murals up in the 8 southern counties, and the theme is just being connected to the environment and focusing more on sustainable kind of means of energy and a good relationship with the environment. So I just wanted to call attention to the beauty of local wildflowers and use this design to sort of remind people of the importance of enjoying their local nature.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
No. I mean, I think
the
it looked
rendering, it's
okay.
pretty easy.
yeah. And it's a blank wall that I think needs something, but
Yeah.
Do you guys have any comments?
I like. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Someone want to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Yeah, I know. They're motioning to approve it right now.
I thought that I missed the question.
No.
I'll second. All yeah, all in favor. All right, passes.
Motion passed.
Mhm.
Bye-bye. Next up. Sign for 41 Court Street, Galaxy Brewing Company. You can state your name and your address for the record.
Brian Kesmarsik, 89 Wilcox Road, Binghamton, New York.
All right, do you want to introduce your project?
So we're opening up a restaurant slash bar in the old Galaxy Brewing space. We're looking to do a backlit sign above that section of the building. You guys have the dimensions. I think it's about 14 feet by 2.5 feet. So if you looked at the Galaxy Brewing, it would only, it looks like you would take away the brewing company part of that part of the sign, directly over the doors going into that space.
Okay. And it's not internally lit, it's backlit, so typically it's good. I mean, I think it looks like a pretty attractive sign. And I'm happy to see something in there. Does anyone else have any comments?
Is it just gonna be gray and black?
Yeah, well, the lettering's black and the backlit would be the white.
Yeah,
And then
I like that.
where the Galaxy Brewing, the background now is just black. So we would just repaint that, freshen that up.
And I guess the mounting of it, usually mortar, I know, usually check with the details.
Yeah, if you're gonna drill into the brick, you gotta drill into the mortar joints.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of our
It's a
only.
lot
Is that-
easier.
Yeah.
A lot easier to drill into the mortar. than-
Yeah, right.
Is that gonna be right where the Galaxy Brewing is, right?
Yeah, it won't take up the whole. from the
Right, but
Galaxy
it's gonna be
Brewing's-
in the same
Yes, it'll take up
center.
the, where it says brewing company. So
Uh-huh.
it'll, to the right-hand side, those doors will be centered on the 2 doors to the right.
Cause the actually brewing equipment is on the other side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so for at least the next year, we're gonna leave that in there and see if something develops out of that space before looking to remove it or do something different there.
Okay, does anyone want to make a motion?
Motion to approve as presented.
All right, I'll second. All in favor? All right, motion passes.
Thank you.
You're all set?
You guys sign. Have a good day, guys. All right, the last one is another phone call, so hang on a second.
Was that okay? Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, thank you. Do we have a forum? Could I have gone?
Yeah, you can take off.
Okay, sorry.
No, it was my
Thank
fault.
you.
It was my fault.
Yeah, no worries, no fault. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Great afternoon.
So he didn't answer. We're gonna give him like 5 minutes and then is what it is. Okay, you are on speaker. Would you like to give your name and your address for the record?
Certainly. Yes, name is Greg Chanis from Chanis and Anderson Architects. Address is 31 Front Street, Binghamton, New York, 13905.
And you're planning on putting another sign in front of the Davidge Mansion, correct?
Yes, actually just requesting to add to the existing sign that we installed last year. Just kind of adding to the existing sign that's there for a tenant that we're going to have in the rear of our building. So it's really kind of adding a small piece to that sign that's there per the drawing that we submitted.
All right.
Does anybody have any questions?
I mean, I think it looks pretty straightforward. Does anyone have any comments? If not, I'll make a motion to approve as presented. All in favor? Aye. All right, we pass.
And it passed, so you can put your sign.
Yes.
And that is it, I guess.
Motion to adjourn. Second. Brian, all in favor? Aye.